Oh, there it goes. Okay. Are we live? I think we're live. Yep, ScottyBot saying we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be reacting to Nintendo's E3 Spotlight. And yeah, we're about 15 minutes away, so FYI for those of you who are watching this later on video. However, one thing I want to point out is that I did hear that they're going to be doing a Treehouse live stream right after this, and that they are going to have some announcements there as well. So I figured, hey, we can just do this just like EA stream was, where they just did their presentation like a half an hour, and then they showed like 30 minutes of Star Wars. So we probably will react to that as well, the first 30 minutes at least. I don't want to go, longer than 30 minutes really, because those Treehouse live streams can last like all day, literally. So yeah, that's pretty much the plan for this. Is we'll watch the Nintendo stream, the Nintendo Spotlight. Then I'm guessing the Treehouse will start right after that, and we'll watch like the first 30 minutes or so of that to see what those announcements are all about. So yeah, that's the plan. But yeah, I'm assuming that since this is all pre-recorded, that we're pretty much going to be done in the 25 minutes that Nintendo had outlined, and then after that it should be like 30 minutes, so it should be like around an hour for the live stream. So about the same as Sony's. So yeah, that's the plan for today. How are you guys doing today? But yeah, also before the live streams get started, I just want to talk about something that I always talk about before any of the big conferences. And that's basically, if you've heard this before, then I'm probably going to sound like a broken record by now, but I really do want to repeat all this because I think it bears repeating, because some people might want to watch like my reaction like one stream rather than the other. So, and that's basically, if you haven't heard it before, I want all the consoles to succeed. I want the Switch to succeed. I want the Xbox One X to succeed, and I want the PlayStation as well to succeed. I do have a Switch, but I mainly got it because I have a PC and I wanted the portability. I do have a gaming laptop, but this is just more portable, so that's why I got that. But I don't wish any ill will on Nintendo or Sony or Microsoft or really anyone really. I think that it's best if all of them do well, because more competition is good for the industry as a whole. We get better prices, more competitive prices, and companies also become more consumer friendly. If you remember, like Microsoft in 2013, when they tried to launch the Xbox One with the always online stuff and with all their DRM, that's what could happen. Like, if they didn't have any competition, then who was going to stop them? I mean, really. Like, when Sony came out and announced that they weren't going to do that, then Microsoft, like, almost immediately backed off, recalled all that stuff they said. And, yeah. So, I think that's a great example of why all three of these consoles need to be successful. And, anyway, I just wanted to get that out of the way real quick before we get started here. Let's see. About 11, 12 minutes away. So I guess we'll start talking about my predictions here. Kind of weird because I'm used to having like a pre-show going on in the background, but they're just showing this. Anyway, predictions. I've been saying this for a while now, but this is pretty much my line of predictions for Nintendo. My guess is that we're going to hear about one game that we hadn't heard about before, and this was before Ubisoft's press conference, so that game could be Rabbids, Mario and plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. It could be another game, but we'll hear about a new game that we hadn't heard of before E3, and we'll also hear about two unannounced third-party games, at least two. Because I think that there's a bunch of third-party games that haven't announced stuff yet that they're going to announce it here. So I think we'll have at least two. But I also predict that we'll hear a little bit about Virtual Console, probably a release date, and Some more stuff about the Nintendo Online services. Now, they don't have to say, like, they don't have to go through, show us the app, go through everything in the app right there. They can say, like, oh, hey, here's what the app looks like. See more about the app on our website. Oh, thanks, Nintendo boy. Yeah, I actually haven't played an N64 or never owned one, but I saw this at the store and I thought it was a pretty cool shirt, so yeah. I thought it was pretty good to have, like, for occasions like this where we have Nintendo streams and stuff, and when I play on, like, my Switch and stuff. Yeah, it's a good shirt. But yeah, that's pretty much my predictions. You guys have any predictions for the Nintendo stream? Nintendo Spotlight? One thing I will comment on is I don't think there will be Smash Bros. And other people have made this prediction too that we aren't going to see Smash Bros. Here, but I think with ARMS, Pokken Tournament Deluxe, I think there's already a good chunk of fighting games that are going to be out there and possibly compete with Smash Bros. Or that Smash Bros. Would really take away from. And so I don't think we'll see Smash Bros. Other than that, what would be my dream Nintendo conference? Like, let's say that I could control Nintendo or what they do for the next year or two and announce that here. What would I do? Well, as a Star Wars fan, I know this is probably not going to happen, but I would love to see some sort of Star Wars Battlefront on the Switch. I know it's probably not going to happen, but hey, stranger things have happened, and yeah, we'll see. Overwatch is another good one that they could put on the Switch. That one I think would be more likely because it isn't as graphically demanding. But hey, that's just my opinion. I don't really know too much about game development. There could be stuff about Overwatch that I don't know. Hey, Andrew. Hey, Uncle Lance. I thought you weren't going to show up for this one. Anyway, I'm just going through my predictions. You guys got anything? Anything you want to predict before it starts? Make your predictions now, or forever hold your peace if you're right. This is your chance. I don't want to hear you guys say, oh, I knew this was going to happen, and then not have any proof of it before. This is video proof, so you can totally make your predictions now. You're just looking? Yeah, well, I was actually just saying, I was talking with Uncle Lance before the stream, and he was saying that if Smash Bros. Is, like, announced, to tell him about it. And I said that if it is announced, that would probably only be on the Switch. Like, they would sort of do, like what they did with the Wii U, where it's Smash Bros. For Wii U, or they would do, like, Smash Bros. Switch. But I still don't think that's a likely option. I was just saying, Uncle Lance, that, like, before you joined in, that we're probably not going to hear about it because of two of those games on screen, Pokken Tournament Deluxe and ARMS. I think a Smash Bros. Game would really take away from the sales of those games, and so I'm not sure we're going to see that. Hey, Kevin, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Animal Crossing for the Switch? Yeah, that would be cool. I actually got Animal Crossing on the 3DS. It's like a used game, but my 2DS had broke for the longest time. Actually, you know what? I don't even have it with me, but I did actually fix it, by the way. I don't even think I told you guys about this on stream, but I fixed it like a week ago or so. Like, I looked up a bunch of videos online, and apparently all you had to do was pop out the battery and pop it back in, and that fixed it. Alright, see you, Uncle Lance. I'll be sure to message you if something does happen with Smash, but I doubt it. You're eating ice cream, nice. Yeah, this is so early, though, compared to the other ones. Like, I was up late, too, last night because I was making sure that my Sony reaction was all up and ready, and I had, like, a great thumbnail or anything. Sure, no problem, Uncle Lance. But like for those of you who haven't seen my other reactions, I've basically like take a screenshot and like make a nice little thumbnail for each of them, and I had that all ready to go, but I had to wait for the PlayStation reaction to process before I could upload a screenshot or the thumbnail. So I was up a bit late, and then I had to set up the Nintendo stream. So Pikmin 4, maybe, maybe. Aren't they announcing? Didn't they announce like a new Pikmin on the 3DS though? I'm not sure if that would be any indication away from another Pikmin game on the Switch. Or, well, not another, but, you know, another one in the series. Yeah, Metroid's a big one. But yes, Nintendo's definitely in an interesting position because I don't know. You guys saw my Sony E3 presentation reaction know this, but I just didn't really feel like I personally saw like a bunch of like many games that I was really interested in. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure people fans of like the God of War series were happy. I'm sure Spider-Man fans were happy, but I'm not really a fan of either of those, and I'm not going to pretend I am for clicks or likes. So I don't know. I didn't really see too much that I liked except Skyrim in VR, which looks awesome. Hopefully that comes to the Oculus Rift so I can stream it. But separate from 4, you were told, huh? Well, I guess we'll see. But yeah. I also mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, by the way, but um, no, Kevin, I disabled the store. Well, I took away all the stock from the store, but you can still earn points or noodles by watching the stream, so I think that's fair. But I don't want to be like, you know, I don't want to be reacting to like the new Metroid game and then suddenly someone buying something from the store that I have to do, you know? It'd probably take away from that. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, but I heard that they're going to do like a Treehouse live stream like right after the spotlight, and I heard that the first 30 minutes are also going to have announcements. And I figure since the spotlight is only like 25 minutes, you know, we it would be sort of like the EA stream where pretty much did like all like their main stream, and then they showed like 30 minutes of Battlefront. I was thinking we could do that. So, I mean, I think it's pretty. It would be pretty, you know, safe to say that Nintendo's going to stick on schedule since this is all pre-recorded, and that so like 25 minutes after the Nintendo Spotlight starts, you know, they'll switch over to the Treehouse. We'll watch the first 30 minutes of that, and then that'll probably be it for me. You know, I don't want to go much longer than 30 minutes because the Treehouse streams can literally last all day. But yeah. Oh, you got noodles, Kevin. Nice. You don't like Red Bull? Yeah, I'm not too big into like the energy drinks either. Back when I worked in retail, we had like little promotions where like companies would come in and like give you like free stuff as like an employee. So like I got like a can of Red Bull for free during one of my shifts because of that. Wasn't a huge fan, but hey, a free drink, you know. Man, the Nintendo chat's going so fast. It's almost strange because yesterday's Sony chat was much slower, but then again, you had to have your. I think you had to have your Facebook account registered to your Twitch to chat in there. How many viewers do they have in the Nintendo stream? 85,000. Okay. That's pretty good. I'm just going to refresh this real quick. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Nintendo could potentially win E3 with this, but we'll see. Okay, Kevin. But yeah, I mean, after yesterday's Sony stream, Nintendo could really seize the day or something like that. Anyway, 1 minute away from it beginning. Let's see. 10 seconds on my clock, but we'll see. We'll see. They should start on time. Oh, yep, here we go. It's starting, boys. Alright. Arms. Alright, starting off with arms. Yeah. That always helps. What? Rocket League? They just showed Rocket League. Rocket League on the Switch. Nice. Starting off good here. Alright, that's one prediction that I'm working on. And I'll announce third-party game for the Switch. Pokken Tournament. Rocket League is such a good game for the Switch. Got FIFA. Dude, when the Switch was coming out, everyone was saying Rocket League. Rocket League is such a good fit for the Switch. Splatoon 2. How'd you like to be that guy who got splashed with ink as part of the trailer? Did he have some in his eye? FIFA 18. Rocket League. Arms. Pokken Tournament Deluxe. Nintendo Switch. Hopefully those aren't the only games they're talking about. But hey, good start with Rocket League. Good start.
The game
Reggie.
is fun. The game is a battle. If it's not fun, why bother? If it's not a battle, where's the fun? It's a test that you pass or a quest that you fail. A race against time. Fun and battle always locked together. But the game is also something else.
Let's see, where are you going, Reggie?
A passport to new worlds. Maybe even an odyssey.
Oh, Odyssey.
A feel, an exploration. Close your focus and open your mind.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say this, but we're going to hear a lot about
requires the right ticket. And
Odyssey.
That ticket is Nintendo Switch. But in the end,
hey, Japanese guy, I think.
You can take your game. It's where your game can take you. So let's go.
That's a nice transition. That's the one thing about these spotlights over presentations. They can do fancy effects like that.
Story goes that when the world was young, everyone in all rest.
Oh, are we going to hear more about
together with our
turn up my stream volume again a bit? All right. That should be better. Let me know if I need to adjust it again. But yeah, are we going to hear more about GrandNoodleLite 2? Like gameplay?
You're a blade.
As the driver of the Aegis, can you take me to Elysium?
Hmm.
I'm in. Let's go to Elysian. I'll take you there myself.
Kind of an odd spot for that thing to be. Wow, a tree.
Here!
Cover me.
Got it.
Yeah, I thought maybe for a second he was going to touch something else.
We'll show you what me and Pyra are made of. Take this! Now that you have come this far, there can be no turning back. You and that sword can't be! I'm guessing your goal is Elysium.
Yeah, the dialogue is a bit odd. Oh, yep. Yeah. This is sort of like God of War was to me. Like, I didn't play the first game, so I'm not a huge fan, and I think I would appreciate it more if I played the first one.
I won't use that power, and I won't let you use it either.
If you know what you desire, you will have to show it. Not with words, but with your own strength. Everyone, let's go!
Alright, cool. Again, never really played it, but I'm happy for fans of the series, you know?
Sometimes you need a hero. A sword swinging, fire wielding, stone cold hero with an insatiable appetite?
Hey, what? Oh, Kirby! Nice! Cool. It was kind of weird that we didn't hear anything about this before. I'm assuming this is for Switch. I mean, it looks good enough to be on Switch. I know they're doing a bunch of 3DS stuff. My hero is computer. It does have like that Smash Bros. Vibe. And like the UI and stuff. Kirby 2018. Sweet, I assume that's for the Switch. But yeah, nice. A Kirby game for the Switch. Cool.
Hi everyone, I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo. I hope you've been enjoying the journey with Nintendo Switch so far. When I found out that Nintendo Switch is being accepted by video game fans from all over the world as a home console that could be taken with you anywhere, I felt so relieved.
After the Wii U, I bet.
Switch outside, come together, and share the experience. This idea was how we hoped people would play with Nintendo Switch. But people are coming up with many creative ways to play.
China.
All kinds of places, in many more ways than we expected. This summer, Nintendo and its third-party partners will release many multiplayer games that can be played anytime, anywhere, and with anyone. We hope there will be many heated competitions that will be ignited by Nintendo Switch. Now, we'll continue our look at even more new game worlds for Nintendo Switch.
All right, let's
Before
see.
we do, there is one announcement we'd like to share from our very special friend. Please take a look.
Ooh.
Hi everyone.
Pokemon Company.
I'm Tsunekazu Ishihara from the Pokemon Company. Just the other day, we announced that Pokken Tournament Deluxe is coming to Nintendo Switch. This is the latest version of the premier Pokemon fighting game. Two people can dive right into battle using two Joy-Con
Are they going to announce something new?
So you can experience heated
Is this
Pokemon
just a recap
battles
or is this
with
their
just
part?
one Nintendo Switch console. There are some fresh additions, including new Pokemon, and this deluxe version of the game will be on display at E3 for attendees to play. I have one more announcement.
Oh, forgot to start recording my voice.
Game Freak has begun developing a core RPG Pokemon title on
Ooh.
Nintendo Switch.
Whoa, nice.
It may not release for more than a year, but we hope you'll look forward to it all the same.
An RPG Pokemon game for the Switch, nice.
This year's E3.
Ishihara-san, thank you very
Nice.
much.
There we go.
We heard that the Pokemon series is being developed for Nintendo Switch.
Well,
What
good luck
kind
getting the
of
Switch
Pokemon
for the
game will
next
we be
2 or
able to
3
play on
years.
Nintendo Switch? I'm looking forward to it myself. At this year's E3, we're mostly showing games that will
That
be
was
released in
huge.
2017. But please know that here at Nintendo, we're working on many forms of entertainment that can only be made possible on Nintendo Switch. We hope you look forward to them as well. Now let's continue on with the journey with Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. Well, hey, maybe we'll hear more about that next E3. They could just make a direct too, but dang. That is going to be huge for the Switch. Like I said, good luck getting the Switch for the next couple of years. They're really putting Pokemon into that. Metroid, possibly? People are saying in the chat. 4. Metroid Prime 4. Wow. Nice. Well, hey, another Metroid game. Cool. Well, hey, another Metroid game, a Pokemon RPG game. So far, Nintendo's having a great press conference. Oh, it's not StarCraft, Kevin. Yoshi's World for Switch? Hey, when I was starting to follow the Switch, I actually saw this game, and I think it looks pretty good. I love the promos they do for this, too. All right. Yeah, it's got a good flute. Oh, I didn't even realize this, but then the N64 logo has big green here, and it's messing with the green screen. Oh well, I guess that part's red now. Fire Emblem. More about that Fire Emblem game we saw.
Mother's in danger! If she's up there, then...
You two must keep going.
No, I'm coming with you.
Yeah, that was a little cringy there.
I am Marth, the Prince of Altea. We've come here to save you.
Remember that you can rely on your friends. We're
Nope,
with
voice
you.
sync.
Get it together, you two. If you can't do this,
That's Scream.
You fought your way this far. There's nothing you two can't do.
No matter the danger, we can overcome it if we're working together.
All right, let's move out.
Working together, we can finish this.
Nice. So far, it's a great presentation. We got Rocket League, new Pokemon RPG.
Hi there. I'm the Legend of Zelda series producer, Eiji Aono.
Alright, we're going to hear about the
You may
DLC.
have already heard about it during Bethesda's showcase that was held a few days ago.
Oh,
It was
this.
announced that select Zelda items will appear in the Nintendo Switch version of Skyrim. I'm really
Hey,
looking
Assassin.
forward to exploring Skyrim with the Master Sword in hand. Oh, when did this Master Sword get in my hand? Next up, we'll take a look at the DLC packs for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Hey, I'm fine with it.
Let us take you on a new Hyrule adventure.
Gives me more functionality for my amiibo. Working together, we can make America great again. Hold on, let me adjust my thing. Trial of the Sword. Oh, more DLC. Well, more about the DLC. Alright, that's better. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to stream more Zelda or not. I did do the full playthrough series on my channel, but I don't know. Hero's Path mode. New armor. So does the Korok mask help you find Korok seeds? Oh, I like those, like the new airborne enemies. Huh. DLC Pack 1, nice. That looks pretty good. I just might stream that. I don't know, what do you guys think? Ah, yeah, I like this harmonica in the game. Well, rip Kevin. DLC Pack 2, cool. Yeah, I like how they're doing DLC. I know that sounds kind of weird, but in a single-player game with no multiplayer,
What did you think?
and there
I
needs to
actually
be
have one
something
more
new.
announcement that I'd like to
Keep
share.
the game alive and
The
stuff.
4 champions that appeared in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will be available as amiibo. The Zora
Nice!
champion, Mipha. The Goron champion, Daruk. The Rito champion, Rivali.
Hey, those are good
And the
amiibos.
Gerudo champion, Urbosa. You'll be able to use these 4 amiibo in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Spoilers. Spoiler
Of
alert.
course, you'll be able to use these in the DLC packs that you just saw, so please look forward to them.
Oh, I've got
This
enough amiibo.
changes the game. Travel the world. Bring people together. Play anywhere with anyone. If video gaming is a journey, then anywhere has to include a stop right here in LA during E3. This
Nintendo, I'm
is
poor,
Magic
don't do this.
where booths buzz and channels glow, where the game worlds you've heard about suddenly spring into life. And this summer, a new kind of heated competition ignites right on Nintendo Switch. It kicks off later today with the Splatoon 2 World Inkling Invitational.
They're promoting all their
teams from the
invitationals.
Americas, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan to see whose colorful skills are the best. Tomorrow, the Pokken Invitational will be held. you might recognize some of our 8 competitors
Esports.
who'll be duking it out in heated battles.
Epic battles.
Later on Wednesday, we'll see 8 players throw punches in the fun and competitive game ARMS, which launches later this week. 4 of our players will be pros, and the other 4 will be E3 attendees who rise to the top by battling on the show floor. If you're going to E3, we hope you'll accept the challenge. And no matter where you are, be sure to catch up with Nintendo Treehouse Live.
All right. Hopefully, there's still
All
time
the details
to
and news
announce like
about
virtual
Nintendo
console and
Switch
stuff.
and Nintendo 3DS. But now, there are a few more
They're just
worlds
over
left
like
to
halfway
visit
in,
on
I
our
believe.
journey before we land in the booth. Let's go.
All right, let's see. Oh, Mario and Rabbids, yeah. I was expecting more of this.
Ubisoft is proud to announce its new Rabbids game, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and it will be developed exclusively for the Nintendo Switch. The Rabbids' crazy personalities and
You know, the more I see this game, the more I like it, you know.
will shine as they arrive in a reimagined and twisted.
You know, I didn't like it too much
They will
in the
surprise you
Ubisoft press
with
conference, but
spectacle
hey,
adventure.
it's like a mix of XCOM, Mario, and Rabbids. So, you know, all 3 of those I like, so I don't know. It's still not a day 1 purchase for me, but it's close.
Put the kingdom back in order. We can't wait for you to play the game on August 29th.
Nice, August 29th. I love that Rabbid Peach. Oh, the Rocket League announcement. Nice. Hey, we asked for this, guys. We asked for this. Rocket League on Switch. With a Mario hat. When you heard it the first time you thought you said, "Pizza me, Mario."
Excited to announce that Rocket League is indeed
Nice.
coming to Nintendo Switch. We know that both the Rocket League and Switch communities have wanted it, and now we're going to release it, complete with cross-network support that lets you play against opponents on other platforms.
Nice
All the
cross-platforms
features
or
and modes we've
cross-play.
released thus far, plus exclusives like local wireless multiplayer, Mario and Luigi hats for customizing your car, and new exclusive cars we'll talk about later this year.
Look for Rocket
Nice.
League on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
Hey, that's great. If you love Rocket League, you can do wireless multiplayer and everything. Yeah. Well, they already did that with like PS4 and PC, Andrew. So it's not too surprising, but I'm glad they have it. Because I remember streaming Rocket League and being paired up with the PS4 players. Monster Hunter of some sort? Is this Monster Hunter World again? Oh. What? Mario Odyssey? That twist, though. Oh, wow. That's a cool environment. I've already got this pre-ordered, by the way. That looks great. I love the graphics. My hat is... That's a great song to fit in. Oh, there's like a 2D portion where you go across the building. Oh, you can turn into a frog, I guess. Oh, you can throw your head onto enemies and become them? Wow, that's cool. Cheap Mario. Watch that not work with Bowser or any of the bosses. Nice. The Nintendo chat's the best, yeah. I have no regrets putting it in the stream. Mario can turn into a T-Rex, huh? I never thought I'd see that. Wow, nice. You know, I pre-ordered it when I first saw it at the Nintendo Switch presentation, and I don't regret pre-ordering it. Nice. Is that it? I know they're doing a treehouse thing, so this can't be it. I heard a little bit of someone talking there. Where's Virtual Console?
Hey everybody, and welcome to Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3 2017.
Alright, like I said before, they said the first 30 minutes would have some cool announcements, so I'm going to watch the first 30 minutes of this.
We're going to take another look at Super Mario Odyssey. Just saw the video in the Spotlight. It's going to be coming out on October 27th, really soon, and we're going to take a look at some gameplay. I'm Sam from the Treehouse, joined by my colleagues from the Treehouse, Rob, and Scott on the end, and we have some very special guests with us for this segment. We've got the game's producer, Koizumi-san, and the game's director, Motokura.
What do you think, Andrew? You think they won the E3? What do you think, Tough-san?
Really looking forward to it.
So I know folks.
Well, they said it was going to be 25 minutes.
Before we jump in, there were a lot of really cool reveals in that video, and I think folks are going to be really interested.
And like I said, they're going to have more announcements for the first 30 minutes here, so we'll see.
At the core, there's really kind of a driving philosophy that you've got going. I was wondering if you could tell our viewers a little bit more about that.
They won by far. Yeah, I think they won too. I'm going to have to think a little bit. Well, I'll wait until after this to to say if they won or not. But
I gotta say, the first time I saw that T-Rex, my heart
we'll
stopped.
see.
It was so exciting.
Everyone thought it was Monster Hunter too.
今回のマリオはテーマが旅になっていて、別の国に行った時の驚きをすごく強調しています。
So we have a theme of going on a journey in this game, but we're also trying to give the player a lot of surprises, and I think the dinosaur is a really big surprise for most.
Oh yeah.
マリオシリーズってマリオが持っているその分かりやすさであるとか、可愛らしさであるとか、誰でも分かるような共感というもので、今まで作ってきて、今もこれも入ってるんですけども、今回は特に旅の驚きっていうことをすごく、盛り込みたいので、驚きというテーマを、体験もそうだし、ビジュアルもそうだし、たくさん詰め込んでます。
But we also want to balance that feeling of surprise with some emotional resonance, giving people something that's familiar, that's attractive, that's really cute from the Mario series, and bounce people back and forth between the familiar and the surprising.
でそれを体験するための新しい
Mario's a T-Rex is some sort of fever dream your child mind would make up or have thought
So
up.
we've come up with some play systems to get that
But
across
it's
as well.
real.
So it's not just a look and feel, but a play experience also. And I'd like to turn to Mr. Motokura to explain that.
今作は帽子を投げて敵や物を操ってとある地球を冒険するっていう、物語になっています。
So the kind of overall story of this game is, you're going around, you're throwing your hat, you're taking over different enemies and objects, and you're traveling the world while you do that.
That's cool though. That's a cool dimension. Because we saw him throw his hat before, but I don't think anyone would have guessed that he would control enemies like that.
We talked about surprise before, but basically the unit of surprise in this game is those power moons. Those always equal a surprise, so you go around, you throw your hat at different things, you control enemies, and you find things that are surprising, and that gives you a power moon.
Right on, so let's get into some gameplay. Rob, you're going to take us into New Donk City.
I am. First, I'd like to take
All right, let's see New Donk
Odyssey,
City.
for which the game is named. It's the ship that Mario uses to travel the world, and it's powered by these power moons, so you keep needing additional thresholds of them to get onto the next kingdom.
Oh, okay.
Just to show off a little bit of the new moves, obviously there's the hat throw. You can make it stay in place, which is sometimes valuable. It can grab things for you. There's two kinds of coins, which we'll talk about a little later on.
And actually, there in that little dialogue box, we saw Cappy.
Oh, yeah. Cappy is both the red hat that he's wearing and also in his native form, he's a white top hat. And so one other move that's pretty cool is this circular throw. Knocks away everything. But let's get down into the city. And as you saw in the trailer, so there's the capture mechanic lets you take over things. It also lets you do fairly exotic things like turn into electricity to travel through wires.
Huh, cool.
So how did the capture mechanic come about?
キャプチャーという仕様を作ったきっかけは何かありましたでしょうか？
そうですね。今作はものすごくいろんなこう試作っていうものを。
Yeah, I know they showed some gameplay on the Japanese Nintendo Switch presentation, but first time we've seen it in English, I guess.
このキャプチャーというアクションもそのうちの一つです。
And this capture action was just one of those prototypes.
Can you take over
みんなで
humans?
こうアイデアを出し合った中に出てきたんですけども、それをそうですね、2、3日ぐらいで作って遊んでみたらものすごく面白かったので、すぐゲームの中心に入れようと決めました。
So, it was just one of the ideas that came up, but we worked on it for 2 or 3 days, and it just instantly turned into something that was really fun, and we decided, well, okay, this should just be the center of this game.
I love how much it encourages that exploration and experimentation that I think the Mario games along these lines are so known for when you think about Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine. Here we've got so much stuff that just looks interesting, and you're wondering, okay, what will happen if I throw my cap at it? You never really know what's going to happen, so you want to try everything just to see.
何でも試してみたくなる仕様ですね。まあどういう要素があって。
Yeah, very
そうです
interesting.
ね。いろんなものにこう帽子を投げて試してもらえたらなと思ってます。
Yeah, I definitely hope people, while they're playing this game, they just throw their hat at everything and try all sorts of different things.
Whoops, that was a mistake. Right now, normally, if you were following the story path of the game, you'd be talking to Mayor Pauline, who wants you to recruit musicians. There's one there. But we're going to ignore that right now because there's lots and lots of things to do beyond following the main story of the game. Like possess
rocket ship.
And turn into rockets
And why
with
wouldn't you do
mustaches.
that if you could?
Possess rockets with
Actually, that's an
mustaches.
interesting note there. So you mentioned Mayor Pauline, and I think our sharp-eyed viewers will have noticed that some of the street signs are references to some Donkey Kong characters. We've got some interesting red girders going on here. I wonder, if you could tell us a little bit more about the
Barman,
streets
thanks for
and
subscribing.
some interesting backstory.
やっぱりポリン市長がいて、ニュードンクシティという名前がついてると、なんかもっと何かこの都市について説明していただけますか。
Yeah, I see that. Tough
そうですね。名前もそうですし、ポリンってドンキーコングのキャラクターで何かのゲームに関係がありそうですけど、今日はちょっとあまり詳しく言えないんですけど。
So certainly you can tell that Pauline is from Donkey Kong, and the name New Donk City probably leads you to a couple of hints, but we can't get into too much of it today.
And I like the shirt you're wearing, by the way.
So maybe we'll see Donkey Kong.
お楽しみに。
Please look forward to hearing more about that.
I got to take the long way.
Oh, good luck. And this is interesting here where we see, I mean, really throughout New Donk City, and I think throughout the world, we've got these
You're missing
really
coins.
fun playground elements where you're bouncing on things, you're jumping on things, you're swinging. Can you tell our viewers a little bit more about how you came up with that kind of play mechanic in the game?
ぶら下がったりして、飛び跳ねたりして、まあいろんな環境のものになんか反応させられるんですけど。
Hey, Andrew Deadman.
どういうふうに。
The reason is because it's a pain for me to do it with my green screen. I'll show you real quick.
まずその試作っていうのでものすごくいっぱい遊びを
Yeah, as you can see, very uneven in terms of lighting
配置
and
してステージっていうものを
wrinkles.
作ります。まず
So it's very hard for me to get,
prototyping process I was talking about before. We
like,
obviously create
take
lots
pictures and then edit out all the back.
game ideas, and then next what we think about is
Really,
where to
OBS
place
is the only
them,
program that works well with it.
そこにそのアー
Welcome
ト
back,
である
Latsion.
具体的なものを載せて遊んでみます。
So we put it in the stage. We like combine it with different art assets, like kind of like real things, to see what it might actually look like or work in game, and then try playing it.
そうするともっとこうしたいとかいろんな意見が出てくるので、それをさらにそこに上乗せして。
Ah, you can do like a first-person
And then,
type of thing.
obviously out of
Nice.
that, like different things come up, like maybe we could do this a little bit differently. Maybe this could actually work like this instead.
Jump
and then
off.
we kind of add that to it. And
Everyone's
the process
telling him to
just
jump.
from there.
なので先ほどちょっと出たタクシーなんかをジャンプさせるのもスーパーマリオサンシャイン
Do it, do it, do it.
ところからちょっとヒントを得ています。
And so you saw before we were able to jump on top of the taxi, and that's something that was sort of in Super Mario Sunshine at times. So in that way, we're also getting hints from past games.
Can I quickly interject?
Like what, Latsion?
So as I mentioned, the goal right now is to recruit these musicians. When I was first playing this game for a feedback report for the development team, I could not figure out how to get to this guy on the top of this building. You can just barely see him. He's a speck right now in that triangular building. And the way I eventually found to do it was to take a really
because
long
oh, nice.
And it worked.
Oh, I feel bad for his knees.
A bit to my surprise.
All right, so no fall damage
And
confirmed.
I wanted to know,
That's
when
cool
when you
though.
saw that report from me, what was that a problem to be solved? Was that a cool thing? What was that?
このマリオはNCR の報告書を書いていたときに、こういう風にトランペットの
But the reason is the way the program works is if I flip it, then it would go from the chat would go from the bottom up, and that doesn't make sense coming from inside me up. So for people to see the new chat, it has to be like that.
Right now.
9/11 is gonna happen.
Well, I also know the real way. Or another way.
That's an interesting mechanic with the poles, but who has poles on the side of buildings like that? Just conveniently lying there.
But you found your own way to play it, and letting users play around with the game and find their own ways of doing things. That's something that goes way back in 3D Mario, in Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine as well.
So this is actually one of the two kingdoms that's going to be playable on the show floor. The show floor, of course, isn't open yet, so we don't have folks playing the game at this moment, but I'm really looking forward to talking to folks after they've played it, because I think there's so
Why
much
is like the top of their stream like off a bit? Why is there tearing at the very top?
Find everything over the course of the show, but it's going to be interesting to find out how different people approached completing some of these objectives.
But the game encourages so much experimentation because you aren't kicked out of the level every time you find a moon. There is no reason not to investigate every little thing you can see that might be interesting. There's no time limit. There's no disincentive. Just lots and lots of cool stuff. Whoa! Okay.
Yeah, that is
Oh, both bills.
that adds, I think, to the immersion.
Just possessing the bill.
Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine. Whenever you got whatever the collectible objective was, depending on the game you were playing, you'd get bumped out of the area and you'd have to come back in. But here, since you're not going to get booted out of the kingdom when you collect a Power Moon, there's a lot of encouragement to just go check out that weird thing you saw on the horizon, because you can still continue with whatever your primary objective is.
Oh no!
But then
even though there's a fall damage, I guess he dies
Another
there.
reason to explore everything is
Hey,
there's
Nathan.
there's very little punishment for dying. I just lost 10 coins, and there's lots. So, and I get to try again right away.
That's cool.
Oh, good luck.
It's also worth mentioning that the bullet bills here are coming out with visors on, so they cannot be captured until you
Thanks for
knock their
subbing,
hats
I
off.
appreciate that.
An enemy with a hat is the scariest thing in this game.
Fashion is
An enemy with a hat is the scariest
you gotta
thing.
be conscious of your headwear. Oh,
Well, apparently this is not my day for this challenge.
That's right, 3 times a charm, right?
Yeah. And if at first you don't succeed, give up on the 3rd attempt.
I'm just looking at the space where we saw other sections of New Dog City, and looking here, I'm just so impressed with the texture work that's been done. And I feel like every time I see a new build of this game, more and more of these textures are just jumping out at me. It's really fun to see in person.
It is a gorgeous game.
All right, I'll turn up
We have some other segments later on
volume a
in
bit
the stream
for
that
the stream,
highlights
but
especially pretty
I still
areas.
want you to be able to hear
Oh, you got this.
me over the stream and stuff,
And while I'm keeping my fingers and toes crossed, yes.
Thank you.
One thing that we haven't mentioned yet that we probably should talk a little bit about is the fact that you're playing with Joy-Con with the wrist straps attached.
Yes.
And that's a really fantastic way to play this game. It, of course, supports Pro Controller and other controller options, but you can do so much with the motion controls, and throwing Cappy is very intuitive.
Yeah. I'm going to switch to a different section of the game where I show the sand world, which is also playable on the show floor. So give me just a moment
Oh,
here.
no worries. But I do love that as you're experimenting, and I think we'll see folks doing that on the show floor here, so many of your gestures will affect how Cappy moves that while you're holding the Joy-Con with the wrist straps attached, you really want to just try moving your arms in different directions. Like, okay, I'm going to try throwing up, I'm going to throw down, throw out. But
so you
I was
can
really
like
impressed
use
with how
motion
well that
controls to help
implementation
control the hat and stuff. That's cool.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Oh, this place is so pretty.
So here we're in the Sand Kingdom, in the town of Tostarena.
Nice. That looks cool.
They had a
Why are
problem
those
now
clear?
because it's all frozen. Everything is cold for reasons
Oh,
of course
okay.
Mario
I was
will
wondering
eventually
what that
solve.
ice was there.
Yeah, actually, if you hang still for a second, we can show his little idle animation when he's
Oh,
cold.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
really cute.
Oh, he's cold.
I love the locals here, too.
Yeah, I think he's distracted by the local dancing around, but I think if he's by himself, then he really shivers.
Oh, poor Mario.
Yeah. So let's see here. One thing I did want to show off is, so as we mentioned, there's 2 kinds of coins in this game. And for I believe the first time in the mainline Mario series, you can actually buy things with your coins. And I wanted to ask the developers how that came up. That currency should be worth currency.
なんでコインで買い物できるようにしたいと思ったんでしょうか。
はい、今回はコインを本当にお金として扱おうと思いました。
So we wanted, coins to be used as coins in this game. Actually, use them as money.
外国に行った時にその国のお金ってすごいなんか印象に残ってないですか。
And I think you'll agree. If you go to a foreign land, one of the things that makes the biggest impression on you is the currency.
これ使えるのとか思ったりしてます。
You kind of look at it and you think, wait, is this real? Can I use this?
Yeah, I know.
マリオもいろんな国を旅しますので、その国の
I'm interested to see what you can buy with it, though.
And since Mario is going around to all these different kingdoms in this game, we wanted to make sure that there was a currency for each one.
要素はコレクトするコインの要素になっていますので、集めたものでコスチュームを。
I like how you can turn to electricity too.
And they're a collectible item, so you can use them to buy different outfits or buy souvenirs.
It's really cool.
Yeah, and it's always fun to buy souvenirs, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. And speaking of shopping, we are now in Crazy Cap.
So there's two kinds of coins, as we mentioned. The purple ones are unique to the local kingdom. The yellow ones can be used in any shop.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to buy, because the guy at the door said maybe I should. I'm not living up to their dress code. Maybe I should buy some clothes to fit in better. I'm going to buy a local sombrero and poncho. And wait till you see how adorable Mario looks.
Being adorable, I just love the shopkeeper.
Yeah, and their huge stack of hats.
He's so cute.
And you can see some of the souvenirs you can buy there that you can use to decorate.
So golden coins are just like that. It's like
nice.
Spending gold. They have value everywhere.
Let's go try that door again. So my capabilities are the same. It's still Cappy, even though he's turned into a different kind of hat now. He can turn into any kind of headwear, apparently.
Nice.
Exotic superpower. And, all right. So I go over and talk to this guy.
See if you meet the expectations now. Ooh, snappy and lively.
Snappy and lively. I think the hat is the one and the poncho is the other.
Cool.
And this is, of course, what the goal I was working toward all this time.
To play
I love all
a
these
guitar.
moments of surprise where you never really know what's going to happen when you
Why
get
did I
into
want to
these
get in this
spaces.
room? I don't know. I wanted to get in this room so I could play a guitar.
You want to get in because it's locked.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, that's just what I said. Oh, and it has like the date you got it and stuff. That's cool.
So then we're going to move on to some more traditional 3D Mario gameplay over this direction.
Now that you are terribly well dressed, it's time to go do some exploring.
Yeah.
And
And
here's
Bowser's
a-
footprints, I must be on the right track. So notice that while using the motion controls, I can actually use the little homing function on the hat more easily. It is possible with the button controls only, but it's much more difficult.
All right, the classic.
Yeah,
Goomba.
that is cool.
Yeah. And let's just do a big one for that. And yeah.
And that's, I guess, something folks are probably noticing here. So you're not capturing those Goomba. It's not every single enemy that's capturable.
That's true.
You've got to find the special ones.
Yeah.
And a lot of
You
it's,
missed the
having to try
coins.
and Just experimenting a lot with your cap.
I think they're a shade bigger, the ones you can capture, but I'm not positive about that.
So you can't control like if it
Bullet Bill,
like
of
the
course, are
boat
useful
bill
because
goes
you can
up or
fly with
down,
them.
side to side. You got a moon.
And now I've got to very quickly capture my ride back.
All right, good. So
With
the
bullet
bullets
bills,
track you out
can
there,
only
so you
capture
can get
them for
back.
a limited amount of time because at some point they're just going to blow up.
Yeah.
So you have to be a little mindful of what you're doing.
Yeah, you
when
only
you've
get so
got a
much
bunch of
time
them.
with the explosive.
Oh, I see. I guess that makes sense.
And then, almost to one of my favorite bits in this level.
Oh yeah, the next bit you're coming up to just
Yeah.
blew my mind the first time I saw it.
So
in a
this
ROM.
place has these murals that look like they're decorated.
Oh,
in this
you can get on the
cool
murals.
Old school aesthetic.
Oh, there's like a 3D pipe, and then you can walk into the 2D world. Nice.
And I've still got my costume.
So,
then you got your costume. Nice.
I think we definitely need to hear a little bit more background about why you added this into the game, because it's so cool, but it's so unexpected as well, I think.
Nice. So it's like a Mario game within the Mario game.
3D の部分は気持ちよく探索できるように比較的おおらかに作っています。
So
nice.
We wanted to make something that would be, sort of a
no, don't lag.
Contrast with the 3D stages that you're able to explore very freely in.
2D の部分はもう少し細かく緊張感のある構成になっています。
The 2D
It's like PTSD from yesterday's Sony stream.
More precise, it's more like kind of, sort of traditional platforming elements.
同じステージの中でもそういった違った遊びっていうのを入れたかったです。
And
yeah, it is like a link between worlds.
We wanted to have a lot of different variety.
That's cool though.
昔からのゲームが好きな人にも楽しんでもらえるビジュアルになっていると思います。
Look at that! That looks great.
The visuals, we're hoping it's something the people who enjoyed kind of those classic nostalgic games also get a kick out of as well.
So one thing I'd love to show off when we're getting out toward the end of this space is just how much the music changes when we're transitioning back and forth. Because I know we've been chatting, maybe it's hard for some folks to hear what's been going on here, but if we just pop in and out of that warp pipe, it's a pretty impressive transition when the music changes.
But there's no warp pipe up here.
Just start jump off. No.
Yeah.
No,
but
no.
you can now see that it's more of a naturalistic instrument. So I'm going to skip ahead.
Music turns 8-bit. Ah, I see. That's what they're trying to say.
Last part of this scenario. Okay, so for that, I will need these. Wrist straps, people. Always wrist straps.
Yes. I'll set to jump in.
Okay.
Moon get.
Mentioning too that we're only covering a tiny bit of what is in this kingdom. There's so much more to do and explore.
There's just a ridiculous amount. All right, so here we are. This is much later in the level. I'm still got my snappy outfit though, and watch these bullet bills transition out of the 2D, and then I'm going to use one to break open this wall.
So another thing that's really handy about the bullet bills as a capture target that you'll see here, when you're trying to target for really precision flying, it's got a little bit of a headlamp.
I'm doomed.
That's okay. But it's got a little bit of a headlamp, so you can kind of use that to line yourself up.
It's super handy.
That's okay, because we get to see this cute little 2D to 3D transition again with the bills.
It's so cool.
That is a cool transition.
All right, you got this.
All right, here we go.
All right, don't mess up.
And with bullet bills, you can also give yourself little speed bursts as well. Shaking the Joy-Con will let you go a little bit further. So it's worth experimenting once you get a feel for the timing of how long a bullet bill will last.
It's kind of like driving a car that doesn't have any brake pedal. You can go faster, you can steer, but that's all you can do. And
you missed the coins.
Right, so up here we're about to confront one of the brutals.
Everyone's going to be pissed at that.
Folks may have seen them in our original teaser trailer for this game.
He doesn't care. He's not actually playing. He just wants to show off the game.
Evil wedding planning firm, and I'd love to hear more from the
evil wedding planning firm.
How they came to be and what your favorite brutal is.
ブライダルズという団体がこのペコンを企画してるグループらしいですけど、なんか一番気に入りのブライダルズは誰かいますか？
そうですね。彼らはクッパに、雇われてクッパの結婚式を成功させようとしています。
So they've, as you kind of said, they've been employed by Bowser. They're in charge of making sure his wedding goes off without a hitch.
なので結構仕事をきっちりするタイプですね。
They're very serious about their work.
Their work ethic is admirable.
UFO.
なので真ん中にいるちょっと背の低い同じような帽子をかぶったようなキャラクターがいるんですけれども、それがリーダーなので僕はそのトッパーというキャラクターがお気に入りです。
And my favorite is Topper, the kind of shorter one who has that green top hat.
Yeah, guy in green.
Yeah, Topper.
Man, nice. This looks good.
Koizumi-san, do you have a favorite?
小泉さんもなんかキリンのカラー。あ、そうですね。ちょうど今出てるのがハリエットっていうその可愛いウサギさんの、キャラクターなんですけど、なんか可愛い香りしてるのに結構凶暴なんで、そのコントラストがすごい面白いなと思ってます。
This is really good timing because the character I like the most is the one you're fighting right now, Harriet. she has this great contrast between her cute appearance and like how devilish she is. She's sort of like the tricky little sister of the group here.
Her attacks are really fun to watch as well, especially when she starts flying around.
And it's worth mentioning, you fight each of the Brutals a few times, but their tactics get more and more intense and dangerous.
Jump on the head.
Just having planned a wedding last year, I would take the help of evil wedding planner.
Yeah, I mean,
monsters.
any evil help is better than no help.
And they're very dedicated to their work.
And they're willing to fight your enemies for you, and that's pretty great.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Rip.
Sorry, Harriet.
Now she'll be back. All right, so that's a Grand Moon worth 3 power moons.
And there we see Cappy in his natural state as well.
There he is, celebrating with Mario.
Nice.
Nice.
Right, so that's what we have for gameplay for right now. But we did have one more little feature, I believe.
Yes, we've got some new goodies that have turned up here on stage with us. So these are the amiibo for the game. We've got.
I was gonna say it, amiibo.
Peach, Bowser, and Mario.
Wedding themed
outfits,
amiibo.
And I just need to ask you guys about the development process.
Bride
for these,
Peach.
The detail of the sculpting is incredible. It must have been a very interesting process getting these to the state they're in here.
このアミーバはすごいなんか細かい作り方になっているようですので、それについてちょっと説明していただけますか。
はい、ヒロインであるピーチ姫をより可愛く魅力的に作っています。
So first of all, we've got our heroine Peach, and we wanted to make sure that she just looked, absolutely stunning.
あとクッパとマリオもそのお相手であることに十分なビジュアルとしてデザインしています。
And then from there, we have Mario and Bowser as well. And we had to make sure that, in terms of visuals, they weren't going to lose out.
They got to keep up.
Yeah, they got to keep up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
ポージングっていうのも今回のテーマに合わせて物語性を持たせているのが特徴になっています。
And another characteristic of these is that the posing is very kind of directly linked with the story and what's going to be happening in the game.
Yeah, Mario's got kind of a humble bow thing going, and Bowser's kind of looking like, I own the world.
And I think Bowser looks pretty dapper here, though.
Yeah.
But it is really amazing.
Dapper.
I don't know how close we can get the camera here. We got a better look here, but in person, the texture, where some of them have almost like a pearlized kind of texture, and there's a lot of subtlety with the different kinds of fabric.
I will say, like, the quality of the amiibos are great.
A lot of nuance for these amiibo. I'm really looking forward to people seeing them in person.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
And I wonder, at this point, is there anything you'd like to share about the functionality of Amiibo for our viewers?
そしてアミーボの機能性について何か。
I own the world.
ですね。アミーボはコスチュームを手に入れることができたり、あとはゲームの中でのお助け機能として活用することができます。
So you'll be able to use the amiibo to get different costumes within the game, and then they'll also have kind of an assist function.
And we do have existing amiibo that are supported as well. I think we'll be talking more about that at a later point. But I think that's all we're allowed to show for right now, unfortunately.
Right now. We'll be showing more of this game later on.
Bowser's like, come in my shed.
Motokura-san,
I promise I won't touch you.
Thank you so much for joining us here and sharing some of the insight about the development process of the game.
Yeah, great. Well, overall, I don't know about you guys, but I don't regret my pre-order.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be back in a few seconds.
That looks great.
With our next segment, so please don't go anywhere.
Alright, cool. Well, that looked very nice. I'm going to refresh the stream here because we did lag a little bit while we were watching that. But yeah. Overall, I really like the gameplay so far that we've seen. I like how like they have those little worlds where you can transition from 3D to 2D, from 3D to 2D. Yeah, we'll see what they have up next. I think that depending on how long they take, I'll do 1 or 2 more games, and then that'll be it. Because I don't want to end it here after just seeing Mario Odyssey. Oh, is it in Super Mario Land? Yeah. I haven't gotten too far in that game. Again, because my 2DS broke and I only recently fixed it. I love this music though. Is this like, was this made for the game? I mean, the trail, how it fit in the trailer was so perfect. Yeah, I'm surprised too, Andrew. But at the same time, they did say that it does seem to be sort of like along the same lines as the online service, because they said that that was one of the features you were going to get with the online service, right? A free, well, it used to be like a free game per month to play per month, but now you're going to have a collection, so we know it's going to be there, at least at the launch of the online services. So I don't know. The delay of paid online could be, you know, it's a good thing for people who don't want to pay for online, but at the same time, it could have pushed back Virtual Console with it, because I think they do want to have a group of games for their online service feature. So they might be saving it for that, but we'll see. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who's singing this. They have a pretty good size, like, play area there. Jeez. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 little stations where you can play Super Mario Odyssey. Not too many people are there yet, but it is in the morning. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they show next. Yeah. I don't know. I would think that... I think Super Mario Odyssey is at the top of mind, personally. Hey, they're waving at the camera. Let me see my Best Buy pre-order stuff. Because I know I pre-ordered Odyssey. And I don't know if I have more than that in Splatoon 2 or what. This is cool music as well. Nice. Alright, so all I have now is Splatoon 2 and Super Mario Odyssey. Okay. Ooh, on the side note, they are selling the golden PlayStation 4 for anyone who wants to buy that for $250.
And for this segment, I'm joined by my colleagues Reggie and Teresa.
Reggie,
how you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. The Spotlight was, as I said, direct, to the point. The reaction by the fans has been fantastic. I mean, certainly,
is this going to be a 3DS?
Odyssey and what we showed from that. The little snippet of Metroid Prime 4 had the fans just tremendously excited.
2DS, because he's holding something in his hand, though.
It continues our overall message of how
Not
we
sure if it's a phone or
E3
3DS or
something. We're trying
something.
to do. For us, it's all about showcasing content, typically content that's near in. So obviously we showed a little bit of ARMS, a little bit of Splatoon 2, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 coming later on this year. And then we also showed a couple little snippets of things that are coming a little bit further along. But so far the reaction has been fantastic, and it just continues, right?
I don't
and that's
know.
why
It's
we're
just
here
golden.
on
I'll paste the link in
Live,
chat.
A little bit more in-depth view of the games, and so far so good.
Right on. I know we're kind of in the calm before the storm right now. The floor still isn't open, so we can actually still see.
That's why.
the carpet. It hasn't been
That's
packed
why
with
there weren't many
yet.
people.
You've had a chance to do some exploring around the booth. What do you think of New Dunk City come to life here at E3?
You know, the booth is fantastic. The team that we have that works
That is
on
cool, though.
booth design
I love
and
the theme.
look and the feel, both
Look
from
at that
an
tank.
perspective as well as with the headquarter team at NCL. Every year they are outdoing themselves. Last year it was the takeover with Breath of the Wild. This year it's all about New Donk City and creating an environment for consumers to really go deep into the game. About half of the booth is all about Super Mario Odyssey. The other half we're showcasing all of our other content, including third-party content. We're showing FIFA 18 out on the floor. So it's a great booth, and as you say, this is the calm before the storm. Just as I was coming in earlier, there are already thousands of people out there just waiting to come in.
Just
And typically,
GrandNoodleLite
when
so
the
we can
doors
paste the
open,
link.
it's like the running of the bulls, and they all come
There you
crashing
go.
into our booth. So it's going to be fantastic.
Nice. I remember last year we were down the ground floor, and you could actually feel the rumble in the ground when people started coming in.
That's right.
It's going to be fun. When
It's going to be exciting. But again, you know, for us, the spotlight was a focus on Nintendo Switch games. What people don't understand is that as we construct our overall presence at E3, we're very thoughtful around what's the best way to show content. And so Nintendo 3DS is going to play a key role here on Treehouse Live. We've got content that we'll be showing today. We've got content that we'll be showing really throughout the 3 days that we're here. And it's important that the fans at home and our consumers understand that Nintendo 3DS is still a vibrant part of our business. Obviously, with Pokemon Ultra Sun, Pokemon Ultra Moon that was announced last week, that's going to be a fantastic holiday driver for us. We've got other great games coming, and you know, what people don't realize is that Nintendo 3DS was the only platform that grew last year in 2016 versus 2015. The only one.
That's pretty impressive.
And
that's impressive
because 66 million globally of Nintendo 3DS. Again, more than
you
any
wouldn't think
other
the
platform
3DS
in
would
this
sell that
generation.
much.
People don't know that.
This far after
I've got
launch.
my handy dandy new 2DS XL, and obviously in continuing to showcase new hardware. You know, for us, it's all about continuing to drive that momentum.
It's nice that the family keeps growing. And now we've got this adorable little member to add to it as well.
It is
Exactly.
really pretty.
It is really pretty, and it really showcases great. I'm playing Miitopia, right? One of the fun things about my job is I get to play the games early. I'm playing Miitopia. I've got Mii's of Mr. Aonuma, Mr. Miyamoto, Mr. Koizumi is in there. And of course, I had to have Bill as the Dark Lord, right? So I'm really enjoying it on my my new 2DS XL, and it's fantastic.
It's pretty sweet when you can play games and you're like, it's work.
Right.
I'm doing this because I have to do this.
Well, you know,
Someone's gotta test
funny
them.
story is I'm playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and putting in a lot of hours in that. I've got my family saying, so, you know, you're doing this just for E3, right? You're doing this because you have to be able to show off and tell people you finished the game, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
and it's like, no, I'm doing it because I enjoy it and I want to do it. And so it's fantastic.
I don't know. Using the work excuse might be a good way to get out of chores. You're like, sorry, honey, I have to do this. I have to keep playing this game.
Sorry, I can't take out the trash. I gotta play
It means
Miitopia.
I have to play early in the morning or late at night. So, but
And actually thinking of other things that we've got going on in the booth here and just over the course of E3, we probably should touch a little bit on the tournament activity we've going on, because right below us there's a pretty boss stage that has been constructed.
Well, absolutely. And again, the tournament activity is a key part of what we're doing here at E3. 3 different tournaments, starting off with
That's a cool
Splatoon
set.
2 later on today. Then we've got Pokken Tournament DX. We've got ARMS. Hopefully everyone saw how I humiliated Jeff Keighley playing ARMS on his show. But
Oh,
that
yeah,
game
totally,
is gonna
Neon.
really show well, I think, from the tournament scene standpoint. And for us, you know, supporting the tournament community and really driving that that part of our engagement with our fans is really important to us. So we're very excited to see how the 3 tournaments play here at E3.
All right, see you,
I
Andrew.
think it's been really fun watching people play ARMS, and especially watching high-level competitive players get into the real meat on the bones of that game. And there's such a level of nuance to the strategy and the actual technical ability that I've watched a few folks where they're maybe pro Smash players or pro players for another series, so they really are used to getting into the nitty-gritty and into the weeds of the mechanics. And you'll just see their eyes light up as they start playing ARMS. It's, oh, I'm getting this.
Well,
this
exactly.
has got some interesting depth and flexibility to it. And I mean, even within the office, watching who's been picking which character as their mains and how we're gradually sort of growing as players as we're duking it out against one another. But it's been a real fun ride.
It's going to be exciting. I'm really excited to see how the players we have showcase that game, how they showcase Pokken Tournament as well. I saw a little bit of the pre-gaming going on, and that's going to be fantastic. So it's going to be very exciting for us.
So what else are you thinking as far as
nice.
Some must-see titles that you have going
But yeah,
on?
I'm interested in seeing competitive play on some of these games.
Again, everything that we have on the floor here is showcasing and showing off fantastically well. I'm pleased to see the third-party support. We've got Rabbids on our show floor. Ubisoft obviously has that game in their area. That is really fun. I've been able to get my hands on that game. That is really fun to play. So it's going to be very exciting. We've got Fire Emblem Warriors here on our booth. That game is showcasing well. Really, everything we have shows so well, and I'm really thrilled to see what we're doing with third party as well.
And if we can jump to this, I think on this subject of cool titles, you've actually got something. A surprise for us, maybe?
I have a nice little surprise, right? And I said when I was with Keeley that literally within the first hour of Treehouse Live, we would be breaking news. And that is what Treehouse Live is going to be doing all through the next 3 days. So we have some news. We have a world premiere of a new game. This is a Nintendo 3DS game that'll be launching later on this year. We're going to play for you the video for this new game, and then Teresa's going to demo it, and we've got the developers who are going to come talk about it as well. World premiere game announcement on Nintendo 3DS just for you.
Hey man, welcome to the stream. Let's see what this is. Yeah, it looks cool, Leon. The graphics though. Metroid on 3DS? What? A Metroid game on 3DS, huh? That looks pretty good, though. The graphics could be better, but it's a 3DS, so what do you really expect? It's a cool, like, 2D Metroid game, but I think some people are really hoping for like, the developers to focus on the Switch. No, I don't speak Japanese. Metroid Shamus returns. Dang, nice. That's a cool announcement.
Surprise!
Yes, I'm
Surprise
so excited
indeed.
to actually talk about this game.
Yes, so welcome back, everyone, to Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3. I'm Audrey. I'm here with Teresa and Tim, and we have two very special guests with us. We have Sakamoto-san, the legendary creator of the Metroid series, as well as Jose from Mercury Steam. So thank you so much for joining us today. And as we just saw, we're going to take a look at Metroid, Samus Returns.
That's
so
right.
you waited long enough. Let's jump right into it.
Yeah, let's jump right in to the start. So for the people at home that aren't familiar with the Metroid franchise, this is Nintendo's premier exploration-based sci-fi action game. It features Samus Aran, who's a renowned bounty hunter, and she's been sent by the Galactic Federation to planet SR-388 to investigate and annihilate the Metroids.
She's the best at what she does.
Oh yeah, she's super cool. And this is actually a reimagination of the original game.
This is an English stream. Please type English in the
Metroid
chat.
2, Return of Samus. And this
excuse
game
me.
is just, it's beautiful.
It's a little bit shinier than the Game Boy version.
Yes, it is. And this game is still about discovery and exploration. You know, there's intense boss battles, and there's so many pathways to discover, and you can take your time through it.
And this is classic 2D Metroid to a T. It's got the isolation, the exploration, and of course Samus just generally being amazing.
Yeah, and the great thing about this being on the 3DS is that there's so much detail in the background, and it's really heightened with the 3D feature on. And you can't see it at home right now, but it does feel really, really good.
There's some like a remastered.
It sounds cheesy, but it adds a lot of depth to the experience.
Yeah. Oh, and something I want to actually show here on the show floor. So in the past, Samus was able to aim at 45-degree angles, but now she has this whole range of motion, which really allows for precision here.
With the new 2DS and 3DS.
It's really nice because especially as you get further into the game, there are enemies all over the place. So having the freedom to shoot anywhere you like is incredible.
I assume.
Yeah. So the free aim. Oh, thank you. So the free aim here is also really cool here, where when I'm actually moving it and I actually have an enemy on sight and target, the audio cue will change, and also that it will highlight in red. So again, it allows for a little bit more precision here.
Yeah, it's still up to you to aim precisely, but that nice visual indicator is just very helpful.
Yeah. And Samus here has her very basic abilities, and so as I keep exploring and seeing new environments, I'll hopefully gather new abilities to upgrade my suit. So this is another new ability that Samus has in this game, and it's a melee counter. And if I time it appropriately and immediately shoot, I do a critical hit.
Yeah, I would imagine.
But in the circumstance that I don't immediately shoot,
I would think
have
there's
some
plenty of
time to
games that
actually just
the
shoot
nub
from afar
above
and
the X button would help.
give myself a little bit more leeway to not get hit.
The melee counter is a new ability, as you mentioned, and it's really great because this game gets challenging.
Oh, yeah.
It's very, very difficult. And since we have Sakamoto-san here, while we're speaking about challenges, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about some of the challenges you encountered while developing this game.
このタイトルを開発中に出くわしたチャレンジや課題は何だったのでしょうか。
はい。メトロイドに限ったことじゃないんですけれども、ある程度確立されたゲームデザインのゲームに今までやったことのない新しい要素を加えるというのはとても難しいことなんですね。
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if you qualified it as a big challenge, but something that we face whenever we're working on something like this with an established style of gameplay. It's adding, what sort of new elements can we add to something that again is established and has had some success in the past.
特に今までのシリーズファンの方々が満足していただけて、それでいて刺激的というものを追加するのは非常に難易度が高いって思っていました。
Yes, I mean, I really felt that it would be difficult, or could be difficult, to bring in new elements that would add a lot of excitement and at the same time make the fans of the franchise, happy and satisfied.
でも今回のサムスリターズではうまくいきました。
But I think this time with Samus Returns, I think we've done a really good job.
なぜかというと、私は非常に素晴らしいパートナーに巡り会えたからですね。
And why is that? It's because we found this really amazing partner to work with.
マーキュリー・スティームさんです。
And that's Mercury Steam.
星さんありがとう。
Thank you very much, Jose.
Thanks to you.
I've always wondered what would the 3DS be like if it was created today instead of years ago when it was originally released.
Very handy to get, as you can see through certain tunnels.
Like how they would change it, or if they would even put it in 3D.
Which I don't quite need right now. I'm going to keep on going and exploring this area. And here, this is a pretty bleak area from where I just was. And you'll see this gate here.
This is a little different from the original game.
Yeah, it definitely is. And for people that haven't played the Metroid 2 in the past, This purple liquid is actually very painful, and I'll just kind of...
Yeah, don't... Oh,
yep.
She did it.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah, so I can't really go down there, and I want to, and I can't really interact with this right now, so I'm gonna keep on moving forward and see.
And that's the nature of this game, is you'll come across areas that you just can't survive in yet, you just can't get past, and you'll have to acquire new tools and abilities to be able to keep exploring and keep pushing forward.
Exactly. So since I can go through the door, I went up and around it. So I'm gonna keep on moving forward. And
that is tough, though.
This is also a brand new.
You gotta keep your eyes peeled for those.
The Metroid franchise.
Those little paths.
These are Aeon abilities. Aeon is a very mystical and powerful energy source, and they actually give abilities to Samus that are very different from the technical upgrades that she gets for her suit. So this one that I just gathered is called the Scan Pulse, and what it does is that. I should remind people that the Aeon abilities are actually not. They're limited. You can't just spam them whenever you want to, and so they'll have their own energy, and you'll have to gather. Power-ups for them, and also more energy in order to refill that tank. So just to showcase,
one is Scan Pulse.
Yeah. So to showcase the Scan Pulse, if you see the bottom screen, the map usually kind of explores once you start moving. But if I use the Scan Pulse, it'll actually open up this quadrant of map already for me. And also on the upper screen, it'll show these blocks that I can easily break. So now I know that, there was an actual hidden path there. So.
And normally, you would just have to shoot everywhere to try and find breakable blocks. And you can still do it that way if you want to. But if you have the Aeon to pull it off, the Scan Pulse is also very, very helpful.
Yeah, keep in mind, though, that not everything can be easily broken with your laser. So, that's kind of some ammo that you'd have to waste. And it's nice to actually have the Aeon ability to strategize about, which one am I going to use? Am I going to use my ammo, or am I going to use the Aeon ability in order to keep on discovering and exploring?
Absolutely. And, throughout her long career, Samus has had a lot of unique abilities at her disposal. And as we've seen already, this game adds even more. So, Jose, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about the process you guys went through of adding new abilities like the melee counter or the Aeon abilities.
Yes, well, from the beginning, Sakamoto-san wanted Mercury's team to challenge ourselves to bring new ideas to the series. So we were given freedom to prototype a lot of different ideas and mechanics and see which ones would better fit within the Metroid universe. And once these ideas and mechanics were discovered, it was just a matter of iterating and polishing the design.
Oh, wonderful. They really add a lot to the experience, so good work.
Yes, they do. So here's an energy station, and I'm a little bit low, so I'm just gonna take that.
You always want to take advantage of those energy stations. Every little bit of health matters.
Yeah, for sure.
I think
You'll notice that a beeping started. That's actually my Metroid detector, and it's telling me that there is a Metroid nearby. Again, for people that don't really know what Metroids are, they're an alien species that they're pretty dangerous. And they suck up the life form of any alien species in order to survive.
Yeah, you don't want to hug a Metroid necessarily.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing I want to showcase here is actually the mapping system that this game has. So now that, in case I'm not able to go through a door because I don't have the ability to unlock it.
Which happens a lot.
Yes. I have these pins now that I can just drop it onto the map, and then that'll kind of be my note for myself that, I want to revisit this later once I grab an ability, and maybe I can try it later.
And as you mentioned, this game is
nice, so you can just come back when you have the key or when you're able to go in there.
To find all of the many hidden secrets. So this pin system is actually very, very useful.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting close, but I'm going to go investigate this area.
Your Metroid senses are still tingling, so keep searching.
He's getting closer because the beeping is getting a little bit more insistent.
Oh, nice. Found a
beeping should help you out a lot since you're second nosing bugs.
Yeah. I kind of knew already that this pass was there, but the Scan Pulse would have been very useful right there to kind of show those blocks. Here's another.
Yeah, those pins are cool.
So, see, there we go. Told me that block is breakable, but I can't shoot it. So I'm gonna try a missile instead. It's open.
And that's a good point. If you ever run into an area you can't progress past, use all
I like
of
how
your
the
weapons and abilities.
cinematic came directly from rolling
Metroid,
underneath there.
But we're actually not fighting him. We're actually fighting its first evolution. And this is known the Alpha Metroid.
He looks twice as friendly as a regular Metroid.
So if I time it correctly, I can actually melee
The
counter
Alpha
him, and it gives
Metroid.
me an advantage to actually hit him for more damage. You'll also see that he'll drop these little sparks.
The
If
animation
I
is
actually
smooth.
hit those sparks, I'll get more ammo replenishment.
Especially for the
So in case
considering
I
this
end up
3DS.
using all of my missiles, I could always go around him and try to shoot those in order to get more missiles.
Nice melee countering. And I'll say, I don't know how well the home audience can hear this, but the sound effects in this game are incredible. The music, the atmospheric sounds are just really great. So
Yeah, they are pretty good.
Sakamoto-san, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about what went into the development of the soundtrack for this game.
サウンドトレや SC に関しての、その開発、その制作した感じ、および受けた影響などについて話していただけますでしょうか。
今回のサムスリターンズでは、スーパーメトロイドの時のゲームサウンドのコンポーザーが2人参加しています。
Well, we have two of the composers who worked on Super Metroid on the team for Samus Returns.
彼らはもうそれ以降のメトロイドシリーズの音楽をずっと担当してますので、もう僕が何も言わなくてもこうしてほしいという音楽をどんどん提供してくれるんでも
And you know, and they've worked on pretty much every Metroid title since that time, doing music for us.
Oh
so
yeah,
I really
definitely.
Don't have to say
Neon.
anything. They just go do what they do, and what they do is create great music.
Excellent. Well, lock them up. Don't ever let them go.
But if you can pull it off, you know, you can get a few good shots in.
So you made quick work of that Alpha Metroid. Good work.
I did. So I'm actually going to go return to that gate that I couldn't get to before and see what happens now. As I make my way there. So in the original Metroid 2, whenever you defeated a certain prerequisite number of Metroids, the ground would rumble and then you would know that you would be able to proceed to the next area. So now, in this game, you have these gates. And if you press on it and you enter the Metroid DNA that you had just gathered from the Metroid you just killed, it will enter into this gate, unlock, reduce this hazardous liquid that was killing me before, and now I'm able to get to the next area.
It's really cool having this.
That's a nice way of
really
progression.
Visual cue of your progress in the game as well.
Yeah. So now I'm going to go to a later area in the game.
And we've gotten a glimpse of it a little bit, but the 3DS hardware really goes a long way in bringing this world to life. It helps communicate the isolation of Samus being stuck on this alien planet. So, Sakamoto-san, could you speak a little to how you used the 3DS tech to bring this world to life and really reimagine it?
3DS 技術が没入感
You can crawl up walls, nice.
それ上に
I don't know. I haven't played many Metroid games, so I wouldn't know if that's new or not.
孤独感をより高めていると思いますが、3DS 用にどういうふうにその技術を使って、この世界を、創造し直されたのでしょうか。
はい。確かにおっしゃる通り、
Yeah, that is a good idea, Neon.
サムスのこのゲームですね。ここでは3D の立体視というものが非常に効果的だと思います。例えばじゃあ技術
This is like a pretty cool game technically for the 3DS though. They're squeezing everything they can get out of it.
The glasses free 3D, the 3D effects are put to great use.
Going up walls. What are you, Hanzo? Genji?
But I'd like to go ahead and ask Jose.
Yeah, I know, an actual game that takes skill.
Technical aspects.
Yes, it was very clear to us from the beginning that if we wanted to convey to the player the greatness of the inner depths of the planet and the past glory of the Chozo civilization, we had to provide a big sense of scale thanks to the depth given by the 3DS capabilities. So we wanted to reflect this from early on in the development process. This scale.
I was going to say,
the first initial concept parts.
Thank you so much.
The Metroid was like right on her.
Oh, and you've gotten yourself in trouble, Teresa.
I always do. I I ran into his room and he didn't like me being here.
Oh, you woke him up from a nap. Don't do that.
Or a remastered
But I'm
one.
stuck here until he gives me leave.
Big man with.
And now's not the time to play with it necessarily, but I wanted to point out that you also got your spider ball upgrade.
That's right.
So
And
you
I
know
also,
with 3 levels,
I also
right?
got
Your favorite
bombs
and maybe
here.
the new Mega Man.
So these are
game.
actually very handy
Mega
for
Man would be
taking them
cool.
out.
Or a Mute
Oh my
Master
gosh.
one. Maybe we get one part of Virtual Console.
So while you play with your new friend,
Probably will, but
this
we'll
is
see.
obviously an enemy from the original game, and that brings
Yeah.
to mind the fact that all of the enemies have actually been redesigned for this version. So, Jose, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about what the process was for redesigning the enemies from the original game.
Yes, we wanted to respect the visual design of the regular enemies as much as possible, but we had to adapt their attacks, movements, and behaviors so they could fit with our new gameplay, and without making them lose much of their original feel in the process. And as for the Metroids, they were the stars of the show, along with Samus in the original game, and this we wanted also to be the same in our game. And they suffer a massive overhaul from the visuals of the original game and in their gameplay mechanics. And also we wanted to clearly show the transition in their life form from one Metroid to another. And this is something that is very clearly reflected in their movements, behaviors, and attacks.
Thank you. And good work, Teresa.
Oh, thank you. So I could actually take the spider ball, and the spider ball is actually an ability here that's very, very unique to Metroid 2. But I'm actually going to do a very hard technique that I am not doing very good right now. I swear I practiced this.
The bomb jump.
Oh no. All right, last
Metroid
try.
fans have spent hours trying to get to the craziest places using bomb jump.
Oh no.
But as you're trying to work your way
Hey,
around
Uncle Lance, how you
this
doing?
map, that also brings me to the point that a lot of the maps have
We're
been
probably going to be
redesigned
ending
for
the
new
stream
systems.
after
So, Jose, can you
they
speak a
finish
little to
this
the
new
process of
Metroid
redesigning the
3DS
maps as
game.
well?
Yes, we wanted to respect as much as possible the original layout of the original game because it has such a distinct structure within the Metroid series. And well, we wanted to add a lot of new things because we wanted it to be felt also new. And we added lots of sections different from the original game because we wanted to accommodate all of our gameplay needs. And also, we wanted the
no
game
Smash.
to be more, the exploration to be more dynamic.
They
and
did
diverse than
announce
in
a
the original
Pokemon
game,
RPG though.
introducing some classic abilities from other games in the series.
They announced
but
Rocket League for the
that were not
Switch.
present in the original game.
And
also
new
we added
Metroid game
some
for the
new,
Switch.
of course,
That
special
this isn't
abilities that
that.
are
This
unique
is
to
a
this
new one
title.
for 3DS.
So the
but
combination of both made us
So
realize
some
very
great
interesting
announcements.
situations regarding double design for
But
players
no
to
Smash.
actively figure out their way forward in new ways.
Hey, thank you.
Actually, before I take this elevator, I want to show this. This is also a new feature to Metroid Samus Returns, and it's a teleport station. This actually helps a lot with the mobility of the game, where instead of backtracking all the way through previous areas, you can actually use the teleport to quickly jump into a new area. And this actually really helps.
I'll get
when
my
you're trying
final
to
thoughts
gather
after this.
some items that you weren't able to in the past, or explore new pathways that you weren't able to before. I'm not going to take it right now. I'm actually going to go back and take this elevator to a new area.
I thought it was
But you're
pretty
right,
good.
It's such a huge addition to the game, being able to more quickly get to the areas you've already been to and find all those juicy secrets you weren't able to
Yes.
get at before.
Well, because like gathering all these items, it actually rewards you in the end because it does get more difficult
really
as
hard.
you further get into the planet, and the baddies do get really hard. So you definitely want to get all those upgrades and the items, and it rewards you. But you can also choose not to if you want a challenge. So I've visited previous lava rooms before, so I know that this red door looks a little bit dangerous, but I'm gonna go in anyway just to show.
Secrets.
Yeah, it hurts. Yeah, I don't want that. Okay, so I'm gonna actually use the scan pulse because I see there's something.
Everyone's
up
saying
there,
like
and
in the
I'm pretty sure
Nintendo
there's a
chat that
pathway,
Nintendo won
just to
E3,
make
but
sure-
While you have
I don't know.
the
Those guys are
red
all,
as well.
I'm sure,
There we go.
Nintendo fans.
So we're gonna
So
go up here.
I love how if you had just shot up above you, it would have looked like there wasn't anything to break. So
Yeah.
it's actually good that you used your scan pulse right there.
Yeah, I have gotten lost more than once. Here's another suit upgrade.
Oh, I love this.
This does feel really good.
This animation's
Really
really
epic.
nice. And I love how vibrant the colors are. It's just this world.
yeah,
is
again,
so
they're really squeezing
Metroid.
everything they can out of
Yeah.
the 3DS, even this long after. after it's been
And
released.
it's just, again, it's
This
really
is the new
cool when the
3DS
3D
though
features
they're
on
showing,
because
so
you get to
maybe
see all the
maybe
stuff
it's a
that's
new
happening in
3DS
the background.
game, but I don't know.
But yeah, so I'm gonna go in here.
You know, Samus has her classic suit.
Yeah, her various suit. So I can't go here, so let's try going back to the way we came from. Whoops.
Oh,
that was close.
That was close.
That was very close. I like to play dangerously.
And now you can survive the very,
Yes.
very hot
So
lava.
we're gonna explore this room now. And we could always go back and explore other lava rooms to see what we missed.
I have to point out that this is all one planet, this is all SR388, but look how different the environments are. It's a big planet.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a lot of different areas
And
and,
there's
a lot of variety.
so much variety, yeah. And every area is just so colorful and unique on its own. So here I'm going to show a new Aeon ability called
Man, they're really spending a long time on this game.
Samus, but also
They've been going for what,
overcharges my
like
melee
15 minutes?
And lets me go through enemies without taking much damage. But it does take away from my Aeon pool.
I say at least.
And so I want to actually save it in case I need it later.
Yeah, every time you get hit, it actually makes your Aeon gauge go down. So you
That's
can't
right.
just run foolishly through a group of enemies unless you want to feel a lot of pain.
Yeah, so here's another door that I'm unfortunately not able to get in through. So I'm going to do another pin here. But I'm also going to show
They
here.
showed the
here's
DLC
this
for Legend of
information screen
Zelda.
that will
Uncle Lance,
actually
no new Legend of
it'll
Zelda.
show different items that are shown in the map, and if you're not quite sure what that icon means, it will actually tell you here. And it'll actually unlock too once you've discovered it and
The rest
you
of that
know
is
how
correct,
to
though.
interact with it. So definitely keep an eye on these because these are actually really informative.
It'll help you remember what you already know.
Yeah.
And we've already seen a few new Chozo artifacts, but that brings me to the question. Sakamoto-san, can you tell us a little bit about the decision to integrate more Chozo artifacts into this version of the game?
他のメトロイドゲームに比べて、この作品
Oh,
は
25 minutes. 25 minutes
より
we've been
多く
watching this.
彫像の作り出したものがあると思いますが、その背景について教えていただけますか。
はい、このゲームの舞台になっている SR388 という惑星は彫像文明が栄えてそして滅んでしまったという非常に謎を秘めた舞台なんですね。
So, you know, this game is set on SR388, and it's a planet that was home to the Chozo civilization at one point, and so it saw the Chozo flourish, and it also saw them crumble. So this whole area has this historical background of being a place just sort of filled with lots of riddles.
なので彫像文明の遺跡であるとかそういったものがたくさん、はい、あるわけですね。
So that's why you see all of these again Chozo ruins that you mentioned throughout the game.
はい、
サムスリターンズ遊んでいただくとその文明の謎がある程度わかるんじゃないかなと思って。
And I think if you get a chance to play Samus Returns, you might find some of the answers to the riddles that the Chozo civilization left behind.
What a tease he is.
さらに謎が深まるんじゃないかなと。
But it is possible that there may be some new
Ooh, that's brutal.
like intriguing riddles introduced through the game as well.
Oh, fine. I guess everyone's just gonna have to wait and see.
ネタバレしないようにね、はい、自分で皆さん頑張ってプレイしてもらいたいですね。
And
keep some
Teresa,
surprises.
you've gotten yourself into trouble again.
I did. So this is the second evolution of the Metroid species. This is the Gamma. I was able to do a counter melee on him finally as he came up close to me. But I'm also going to use Ice Beam because it seems to be really weak to his nucleus. So I'm just going to keep on attacking him. But yeah, he's got a dynamic set of moves. He's swooping down.
Oh yeah,
on
it
me,
looks
he's
great.
throwing electricity on me.
But
I
that's
do
a
not
good point.
regret
If you're ever
pre-ordering that
fighting an
game.
enemy or a boss and your weapon of choice doesn't seem to be making a big dent, try one of your other weapons or abilities because they might be a little more successful.
And since I'm a little bit low on health, I'm going to feel safer if I put on my lightning armor. So I'm just going to go here. Oh. Come on, buddy.
You've made him mad.
Yeah, he is not happy with me.
I'm just going to throw this out there. Those spider legs are really creepy.
Casual mode
I'm not a fan
armor.
of spiders, so yeah, this guy creeps me out.
Oh, he's turned red though, so you're doing well.
Yes,
almost there.
I should be almost there.
And that's another kind of visual indicator to show you that you're getting closer to making mincemeat of this guy.
Yeah, and there's all those audio cues too for when's the right time to oh boy. When's the right time to melee him? So it only happens when he goes down on the ground. But yes, I was able to successfully
cool.
Good work.
All right. Well, with that, I actually want to show another later area in the game because I think it'd be really cool to show the fans. So.
Excellent.
All right, I'm actually going to stop it there because we've already watched this for like 25 minutes, like 30 minutes now. All right, I can see like wanting to show a new game and all that, but come on, holy cow! I mean, really? You're going to like play the whole game, like half the game right in front of me, and like no. Look, Metroid game is fine, but as like someone who's not exactly a Metroid fan, all right, no, 30 minutes. All right, come on a 3DS game nonetheless. Anyway, I want to wrap up so that I can be able to get this on YouTube and all that stuff. So. Yeah, I think it was a pretty good stream. Kind of long and drawn out after that. I was expecting some more announcements than what we got from Treehouse. I mean, we got some cool details on Super Mario Odyssey and got a new Metroid game for the 3DS, but other than that, not too much. I mean, I don't blame people for just watching the spotlight. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it there, actually. I will host Nintendo over on Twitch after this, so if you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned. But yeah, I am about done for now, so yeah. Ripstream. I know, I'm sorry, but this is just, come on. You're going to keep going so much. I can see hype around a new game, and I know Metroid's a big franchise, but come on. Anyway, that's enough for me. I'm done. I was going to be a half an hour. I gave it an hour because Reggie said it was going to be, like, the first hour was going to be, like, announcements and stuff. But this is way too much. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for coming out watching the stream. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more. If you're watching on Twitch or Beam, or I guess Mixer now, then be sure to hit that follow button. And like I said, I will host host Nintendo over on Twitch. So if you're watching on Twitch, be sure to stay tuned for that. But yeah, I need to get this ready and chop some stuff up for individual videos. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.